The company has to define what is the vision, what is the strategy that we want to implement, what is the experience that we want people to live when they interact with our brand. Also, there is no customer experience without the correct employees and without the correct talent, because it's your employees who shall deploy this customer experience. So it starts with training. You have to make them understand where you want to go. You have to make them share your vision. And that was the first role that was given to me and to my client engagement unit.
Technology will be a tool for you, not the solution. So technology will help you to perform better, to reduce your effort, to be more effective, and to help people to work better. And in this case, I want to highlight the concept of employee experience. So we have to consider also the employee experience when we perform customer experience management, because if our employees are happy, are committed with our processes, so you can deliver a better customer experience to your clients.
You design or pinpoint customers' needs, and I think it's a very important question. It's the core of our job, of our profession, because what we have to do is answer those needs, and if we can answer them, then we can deliver a customer experience. So the first thing, like I always said, is you have to know your customer. You have to define your persona, because if you don't know him, then you don't know what his needs are.
Whenever you communicate, you have to make sure that whatever is being portrays you as being a bank that people can actually trust. So the image is extremely important. The image is important, but also the way you actually present all the desks in the bank, the architecture of the bank. There are some, you see that all the new banks that are opening now, Access or all those banks, they actually, give a very, very, very big, very big importance in the terms of image, the localization where they are, and actually the branding of the banks.
How do you differentiate yourselves from the other person? And that comes with the experience. So that's where the transformation journey begins. So like we're saying here, many leading banks are pouring tremendous resources into transforming the customer experience, because many banks, many companies have understood that the only way to make the difference is the customer himself.
You can decide to start with technology and then build your processes and train your people with the technology, is the first way. Or you can start with the people, processes, and then adapt the technology on your processes. In our case, it's the same thing. So we have a very flexible solution. Our goal is to help people to perform the best customer experience.
It's all about the customer, not about us. This was the last sentence, I guess, of your presentation. Can you please insist on this? When you say it's not about us, what does it really mean? What can be the stakes?
Okay, when I'm saying it's not about us, I'll put it in a context, let's say communication or marketing. If you want to plan a marketing or communication campaign to launch a product, if you look at it with your point of view, like, I know my brand, I know my product, but I want to sell it to somebody who doesn't know, it's not the same message. Because if it's me, I'm used to it, I'm used to the words, I know how it works, so I don't need the same message. But the person who doesn't know my brand, who has never heard about it, the message is different. It's the same thing with customer experience. We live the experience of our brand every day when we go to work. But when we want to design and deploy, we have to think about the person who has never lived it. How will he live it the first time he gets into contact with our brand? That's what I mean. It's always about the customer, it's not about us. Because if we think as if it was us, we're wrong from day one. We're going to give something that he's not going to understand. He's going to get lost. You have to put yourself in his shoes.
Our starting point is to listen and connect with the customer, the famous customer engagement. So we are, and you have to be very focused on the listening of your customers. Then the second point is about the analysis of this feedback. It's not enough to only collect feedback and to bring them in this technology on in your servers. The important thing is to analyze all the information you have, aggregate all the information with other data, bring this information to the right people in the right moment, so they are able to perform the best action in that specific moment.
Personalization should be for all customers regardless. Okay, if I'm a customer and I receive a message saying, "Hi Regine, how are you? How was your, is there anything that we can do to help you?" But calling me Regine, I think that, this, instead of just receiving any text message saying, "Okay, this is the product that we are actually about to launch," I think that personalization, like, through messages, through emails, I think that is very, very important in the business that, we would like to develop nowadays.
People are expecting a certain level of technology, of digitalization. The idea here is to reduce as much as possible the customer effort to interact with your brand. So in defining the different operations, technology definitely has to come, even for small banks.
Thank you, Miko. So if I understand very well, at the center of it is a person. It's people before technology. So people are very important, and it just takes us to what Emily has been saying as well, that people are crucial. People are those that would build the right systems.
A positive customer experience has a direct effect on revenue. Okay, so if you treat your customer bad, I can guarantee you that they not only are they not going to refer you, because usually when people open bank account, it's because they talk to someone who say, "Oh, this bank is a good bank. You should open the bank account." So I can guarantee you that with bad customer service is going to have an impact on your revenue for sure.
Your top management is also your customer, is also your client. If you want to sell an idea, you have to talk his language. Like you said, he wants numbers. He wants to get the money rolling in. So you have to explain to him that his investment, he'll get a return on investment with the numbers. You have to let him understand what he's losing to not design a customer experience that can ensure retention, that can ensure loyalty, that can ensure brand promotion. Because we know that the best way to get more customers is word of mouth. And the fastest way to lose customers is again by word of mouth. So you really have to explain to him in a short and precise way. We know top management doesn't have a lot of time. So you really have to get straight to the numbers and show him how his action of deploying such a customer experience program will have a direct impact, maybe not immediate, but a direct impact on his numbers rising up.